first video I looked at was for the trailer It Follows. The title in this trailer are quite simplistic. Red writing is used as it connotes danger, which therefore relates to this trailer and the fact that the girl is in a vulnerable situation. Short previews of the titles make the film seem more chilling, and also means, as an audience, we get little insights into what the film is actually about and what the storyline is about, which keeps you intrigued and wanting to watch more. I think the simple text makes the titles more striking, the white colour being used for the less important information and the red colouring of the writing for the text they want you to notice. The red text is used to make the audience feel tense and left wanting to find out more about the film, because the red writing is clues into what the storyline is about. The final title is also in red text because it's eye-catching and stands out. However, the text is still simple and easy to read, and the smaller, less important information that the audience don't necessarily need to know is placed at the end in smaller fonts, because it won't actually help sell the film to them, because it isn't of much interest to them, and the information at the end is something that more like film critics would want to know about, whereas the audience don't necessarily want to. They would rather just know about the storyline and whether they're actually going to think that they like it or not, so they can decide whether to buy it. The next trailer I looked at was called The Girl on the Train, which is also a thriller. Most trailers, including this one, include the logo of the film company or the people who produced it right at the start to actually advertise their film and to advertise their company as a whole. Their titles for this film are very simplistic: a plain white background with black text across the front in capitals and a simple font makes them very easy to read and are very noticeable. Again, with this film, the titles are used as short snippets into the film and are also used to give clues and ideas about what the storyline is based on. They then feature information about who produced the film. However, these titles are different to the ones before. They're more subtle with a black background and a light grey text, because it won't be as important for the audience to read these because it doesn't necessarily relate to the storyline itself.
Can you tell me where you were Friday night?
I was in the city, and then I went to visit my husband.
The final trailer I chose to specifically look at was called 7 Minutes. And like the other two films, is also a thriller. Again, this trailer starts with the animated logo of who produced the film. This is also to advertise their company itself. This film is slightly different to the others in the fact that the titles are further spread apart, so more of the film is actually shown between fewer titles. I think they do this because they would rather you see more insights into the actual film itself. The titles are based on a black background with a fire spark-like effect showing lightly in the background of this to make it seem more interesting and aesthetically pleasing to actually look at. The text and the font colour are both very simple, with white being the main colour. Again, the text is in capitals to make it more obvious, eye-catching and noticeable for the audience to see. Like some of the other trailers, they use quoted reviews from other film critics and the audiences who've already watched it, and include them in the trailer to make the film seem better, which will hopefully captivate some audience and leave them wanting to actually buy the film, because if they think someone else has enjoyed it, then hopefully they'll enjoy it too. The final title of the film name is actually bold and eye-catching to try and engage the audience, so hopefully they'll see that, they'll really notice it, and it'll make them want to buy the film because they'll be interested in what it's all about. And they actually use a gun in their final title, which again makes it a bit more different, which is unique and eye-catching and very unique to the actual film itself.
Like you, man? I prefer a happy ending.